Wait, is my mic on?
Guys, are we really doing this?
Fuck it. Let's just start. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sipping Through Life. It's your girl, Deani, and I'm here with Megan and Gabby. How's your week, guys?
What's good?
It's okay. It's been good.
I know.
I love seeing you guys over Zoom.
I know.
It's so personal.
We're back. I honestly can't do it anymore. I hate this so much.
It's rough. And it's been a rough day. Today, it actually has been just very emotional. Like, I'm just, I don't know. I'm getting really sick of being home and knowing that
I thought you meant...
no,
you meant
not that sick. Don't worry, y'all. You guys would be the first to know.
I was like, that walk was a mistake.
I was like, I can't believe out of the three of us, Gabby's the one to get sick.
For real.
No, I'm just... No, not that sick. Just sick of being home. And knowing that there's a good month and a half left. Like, it's been rough, to say the least.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I can do these Zooms for another month. Like, I'm going crazy. I just want to be with you guys, actually.
Yeah. See, I go back and forth. Honestly, some days I'm like, oh, yeah, like, this is fine. This is normal. This is all good. But then I don't know what it is. Like, other days just seem like way worse. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I think I'm actually going insane. I think, I just don't think that I can make it through this, you know?
I know. I mean, you will. You can.
Definitely.
But my God, it'll be a struggle. It'll be a test. No, and it's so hard.
I keep trying to like come up with like different activities to keep myself busy. So this week I started working out again.
Nice.
It's been good. It's been cool. I'm super sore, which is actually a feeling that I enjoy, like being sore. And
yeah, what's that like?
Wow. I know, right? Like, it must be a great feeling.
God, okay.
And I've decided that I'm going to buy, I have to make sure I say the right thing, because when I was telling my mom about it, I was like, I'm going to buy a machine gun. And that's not what I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy a massage gun. There's a big difference.
Huge.
Difference.
Wait, are you that sore? What are you doing that you need a massage gun? Like those.
I've been doing Orange. Yeah, okay. I've been doing Orange Theory workouts at home.
Oh, look at you!
And then jumping rope for like 15 to 20 minutes, and then going on like at least a mile walk minimum.
Nice. Wow, good for you. It's a lot of cardio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have like a lot of like energy, I guess. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but I hate cardio while I'm doing it. I don't know.
I mean, I'm proud of you for doing it. That's awesome. And you're like getting up and moving. Plus, like you sit down all day when you're at work. So.
Oh my gosh, my back has been killing me from sitting down all day.
I bet.
It's the worst. Yeah. All I want to do is lay in bed.
Oh my gosh, I know. Well, I don't really sit when I'm at work. I'm always like running up and down or just like, I don't know.
See, I feel like the second I wake up, I am nothing but just moving.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So. I wish I could feel your pain of just sitting there, but
it's so boring. It's like physical torture. Just
because you're like staring at the same like four walls, and you're just like, oh my God, time is moving, but nothing's changing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm a person of routine and habit, and so you would think that I would be like okay with this routine of like waking up, logging onto my computer, then around 1 having lunch and whatnot, but. Honestly, the other day, my boss on a meeting was like, Happy Tuesday. And I was like, oh, it's Wednesday. And then everybody else tuned in and they were like, oh, was that a test? Today is actually Thursday. I'm like, I don't know what day of the week it is.
Oh my God. Clearly no one knows.
Right.
Like, every single day is the exact same. I feel like a private school kid in a uniform. Like, I don't know what day of the week it is. My uniform is the same every single day. It's like biker shorts with a t-shirt. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Mine's leggings and a t-shirt. So, yeah, feels.
But to the listeners, I did just want to give a little PSA. I've heard your feedback. I know I talk fast.
Oh.
And I'm going to try and slow it down this week for you. Okay?
I feel like that was a direct shot at me to say something now. Because I talk so much quicker than you. I'm not changing. This is me. I'm so sorry. I can't.
And all I can say is you're welcome for talking so slow. So.
I don't know. I would figure you would talk the quickest, but for some reason, you talk so calm and relaxed and like I can't do it.
I wish I could tell you why, but
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try like Deani, but like this is who I am. You know, it's been 25 years of this.
But I will say, knowing them for so long, whenever I heard people, you know, they were like, "Oh, people say we talk too fast." I'm like, "Y'all don't talk too fast."
Yeah.
Like
y'all just got to catch up. You know.
Yeah, I'm like, I really don't think so, but just keep coming each week to listen, and then you'll
get so used to it.
Exactly.
Ooh, that was like really slow, Deani. Very nice.
Thank you. You want to know what I'm doing to like slow it down?
Okay, you sound really breathy, and it's like creeping me out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm trying to speak slow.
Yeah.
So I think when I try to speak slow, my voice, like the cadence in my voice is just very monotone.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
But I'll try to work on that for you.
Okay. No, I'm just bringing you down because I don't want to be the left one standing, you know, just talking fast. You know, we need to be this
let her
together.
be the last one. Don't worry.
No.
Well, Megan, I actually have a tip for you.
Oh, yes.
This week I am drinking once again.
Yeah, welcome back. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm joining.
And my sip of the week this week is something that I'm going to call a raspberry wine aid, which is like WHINE aid. Because I plan on whining and ranting a lot this episode.
Oh, okay.
I got it. Yeah, that's good.
But it's really simple to make, guys, if you want to make it yourself while you're listening or while you're just bored in quarantine. And it's really just raspberry lemonade with Moscato. That's it.
You're such a Moscato kind of girl.
Yeah.
I love Moscato.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have some ice in it too.
Oh, I have ice in mine too.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really simple.
Okay.
What are you drinking?
Wait, what's Moscato? Is that white wine?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I have to go next because I'm drinking a rosé, which is like in the middle, you know? Because Gabby, sorry to spoil you, but you're drinking red. I know this.
Like always.
Yeah. I'm drinking Charles & Charles rosé. You know, my two favorite men, just Charles & Charles. This is such good rosé, and it's like fairly cheap. Giant, but I think they sell it everywhere. It's so good. I actually just stocked up on all my wine because I went through it all, and you know, like that can't happen. So I got like 6 more bottles of wine, 2 bottles of Prosecco, and then champagne. So
a nice little mixture there.
Yeah, this should last for a while. You know,
hopefully.
I know. I was about to say, let's hope so.
I don't know. I mean, we'll just like we just don't know because days are hard and days are long. So.
I mean, on the bright side, at least you haven't resorted to drinking bleach.
Very true.
Who's done that?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh,
we'll get there.
We'll get there. But yes, as Megan said, I am sitting here with my red wine, my Apothecreed. It's one of my favorites, so that's what I'm sipping on. Nothing fancy. They sell it at like I think 7-Eleven, so it's like really cheap red wine. So go get yourself a bottle.
Oh yeah, my Moscato is from Target. It's the California Roots. It's like the $5 bottle of Moscato. It's really good.
Oh, that's nice.
Sweet.
Oh,
dang. That's what I like.
When you guys say cheap,
but this.
What do you mean?
Sorry.
Yeah, like what do you mean when you say cheap?
Oh, like this.
Mine's like $5.
Mine's like 8 or 9, I think.
Okay, mine's 12. So we're like in the same area.
Yeah. Okay, then mine's like very cheap. That's
Okay, but everyone knows like I'm the extra one of the group, and it's
you're the bougie one.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I accept it at this point.
You enjoy the finer things in life. So like $12 bottle of wine for you is the cheap bottle, which is it's good. No judgment here. No shade.
No, I'm not shading you for your $5. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't feel shade about my economically conscious.
That's so true. Like, did I need to buy, you know, what was it, 8 bottles of alcohol? No, I didn't.
But you wanted to.
But you did. Yes, you did.
Like,
right?
Do we have to eat dinner every night? No, we don't. But we have our wine.
You have wine.
Right.
I'm just kidding. Noah would never let that happen.
It's like, no, I'm good. I've had a whole bottle of wine. I'm going to go to sleep now.
Except the lady at the checkout was like, if you get 2 more wines, like, you get a free bag. And I was like, and Noah was like, we're good. It's like,
really?
No, because we have...
I'd be like, we need the free bag.
We have 7 free bags. Like, we do this so
Megan.
much.
What is it, like the reusable bag?
Yeah, it's like the purple giant bag. And
oh my God.
I always act like it's like a surprise. I'm like, really? Because I can't bring it, it's too much. It's just
right.
Yeah, it's too much for me. And you actually can't bring your own bags now during the this time period.
Oh my gosh, I wonder what they're gonna do in New York, because you know that they ruled out plastic bags.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, really?
In February, they made it illegal, so like all the grocery stores don't have like plastic bags.
Well, they probably brought them back. Maybe it's just a Virginia thing. I don't know, but I saw it today, so.
Well, I know my friend that lives in California, she has to take reusable bags to California because it's the same thing there. And they charge you if you do have to use plastic bags.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
that's
like 50
Aldi.
cents a bag or something like that. Like,
that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Aldi, which is why I don't necessarily... I mean, I've been to Aldi once, but like they charge you, I think it's $0.25 to use a cart. And then it's like 10 cents a bag.
Really?
That's highway robbery. What the fuck?
But like everything in Aldi is like really cheap and affordable.
That's
so
true.
I don't know.
And it is it's all organic too, right? I think.
They say.
Yeah, I don't know.
So they say.
Yeah, so they say. With those low prices, I don't know.
I don't believe it. Not a day in hell.
No. I'll stick to my avocados from Giant.
Avocados from Mexico.
Ooh, ooh. But I really need this area to get a Harris Teeter. Like, what is going on? Like, I know this is boring talk, and I'm sure the listeners don't care, but like, I need a Harris Teeter. I need one.
There's one down by us.
There's one in like Bailey's Crossroads, but that's kind of far.
Kind of far for a grocery store run.
Yeah, I mean, the one I'm thinking of is in Manassas, so
that one's... hell no.
Yeah, that's a hike for y'all.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no.
That's a hike for you too, Gabby.
Not really.
No, it's not.
Are you kidding? I can get there in like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
But that is with my driving.
Oh, yeah, I always forget that you can like go up. Like, it's different than where I'm at, because we're close to each other, though.
Yeah, I guess there's more back roads.
Yeah, there must be.
For me, at least, getting there.
Take me home.
Gabby lives in the country.
Yeah, basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm just kidding.
It's nothing like that at all. But no
it's
shade.
not.
No shade to the country. No shade.
No, it's a very nice place to live. My mom's a country girl.
Yeah.
I gotta respect it, you know?
You got country roots in you, so.
Exactly.
Yes. Love that.
Now, Megan, my bleach comment earlier.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Coming back to that.
Do you know what it's about?
No. Is it someone in Florida?
One may think.
I mean, he has something to do with Florida in a way.
Oh,
so,
my God.
You know, I actually have not really been listening to the news because it makes me just like mentally, like I can't really listen to the news as much as I used to before all of this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, Gabby, you may need to correct. Actually, Gabby, you just say it because I don't want to say anything wrong.
So, Trump was in a news conference, or like what he's been doing.
This is starting off really strong. Yeah.
He mentioned that people could start like injecting themselves with disinfectant.
Oh wow. Okay.
To like that it's like there's like they're doing research or they're looking it up. We're checking on it to see if they're able to like kill off the coronavirus that way. So it's like Lysol, Clorox, like other brands are coming out saying, do not consume our products. Like it will harm you. Yes.
Yeah.
This is not CDC approved.
Not at all. No. And there's actually a video. Who's the lady who she's a doctor and she's on like the task force?
Oh, Dr. Birx.
Love her.
There's a video of her while he is saying all this. You can just see it on her face. She's like, what the actual fuck
is this man saying?
Yes. And you can just see her. And obviously she's trying not to show a reaction, but she's just sitting there like excessively blinking like, just like, and like kind of, adjusting herself in her seat, just kind of like, oh my gosh, like that actually just came out of his mouth.
That's wild. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's like saying to like drink bleach. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Like I wonder if we could inject bleach into our body to clean out our lungs and get rid of this virus. Anybody else with me?
I mean, honestly, and it's like, what a cleanse.
The 3 people that have been protesting wanting to open the states back up. They're like, yeah, I volunteer as tribute. Like, what?
That's insane. Wait, so has someone done it?
I mean, I haven't heard. Not. I hope not. Haven't heard anything. But I'm hoping everyone is smart enough not to try that.
I mean, you would think that it's common sense, but as my dad always says, not everybody has common sense.
Nope.
So as a PSA to our listeners, please do not drink, ingest bleach, antibacterial cleaning products in any shape or form. Yeah. Please. Thank you. We love you.
Yeah. We need you back for next week to listen.
Yeah.
We're not selfish at all. No.
Not at all.
But have you guys been like watching any shows to pass your time this week?
Not really. But okay, so today was the first day I had off. And let me just tell you, I've been doing a lot of complaining going to work every day. I just love to stay at home. I thought that would be the move. And my God, I was so bored today. I woke up at 7 o'clock, so like an hour later than I usually wake up. And there's nothing.
You slept in.
Yeah, I really did. It felt amazing. But I had nothing to do. Like, I literally just walked around my house all today. And I was like, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to see. So I got my real first taste of, like, quarantine life. And it hasn't been 24 hours, and I'm hating it. So, yeah.
It's rough out here in these streets, man.
It really is.
Or in these hallways.
Oh, my God.
I should say.
Yeah, in these hallways.
So, yeah, like your question, have I watched TV? No, not really, because I was just pacing around all day.
Okay.
I actually watched Too Hot to Handle.
Oh.
Okay.
What are your feelings?
So I finished episode 2, and I have to say, I know I totally shit on the show last week, like calling them, I did, but this week's episode, I'm like, I just cannot wait to start episode 3 because, what's her name? Francesca and Harry. I'm not a fan of Harry, but he's upsetting me a little bit. And let's see, then I don't, what's her name? Chloe, and then David. I think they're the cutest thing ever. Like, I'm just loving all that. So if you're bored.
She's the British girl, and David is the British guy.
Chloe. Yeah. Okay, so I watched episode 1, like you guys asked me to, so I guess I have been watching TV. And it's
an episode.
I watched an episode, and I was really proud of myself. It's really good. I'm addicted. Like, I'm sorry I doubted you guys too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I was under the impression that we were supposed to binge watch it.
Okay.
So I binge watched it today. I had watched episode 1 last week, so I binge watched episodes 2 through 8 today. And all I'll say is that I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I look forward to you guys finishing so that we can have a real in-depth conversation about it and the lessons and the message that I feel the show has for the public.
So glad you said that, because like I'm not gonna lie, the first episode I was a little triggered, and I was talking about it with Gabby before this. Like, it's just really hard for me to watch people be so surface level and so vapid. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just like, I'm kind of like, can you grow up? Or like, I don't know. It just really made me, upset in a way. And I did not expect to react like that.
Yeah, I was talking to Brianna, my younger sister, about it. And I was telling her that I don't know what it is, but episode 1, when Haley, the blonde girl from Florida, who's like a sorority girl.
I can't.
When she was like, they have accents and I don't even know like where they're from, or like what, I don't know. I truly don't think that she's as dumb as she's trying to come off as. And it like makes me really angry when people act dumb.
Yeah.
So it took me a full week for me to actually watch episodes 2 through 8 because I was so frustrated with episode 1. I didn't even want to touch the show again.
Okay. So, like, it just, like, was really hard for me to, like, listen to her be like, oh, my God, we, like, have the best parties. But, like, some girl fell off the roof and, like, broke her neck. But, like, they're awesome. It's like, oh, okay, someone could have died, you mean?
Died.
Like,
well,
wow.
And plus, it's I'm sure these, like, huge sororities and fraternities, I don't think they want to be known on national television for y'all doing that. Like, globally, literally globally, about you guys doing all that. Like, dude,
she didn't know where Australia was. She didn't know where Australia was. I was this is second grade. Like, what the fuck?
I think it really pissed me off because she is literally portraying every single stereotype and stigma that, like, the rest of the world has about Americans, and she thinks it's funny and cute, and it just makes me, I don't even want to really go into it, but it just, like, makes me really, really angry because I think it's all an act from her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you, like, acting this way?
Also, like, I don't know if it's just me, but, like, I don't find any of the dudes. I think some of the girls are hot, but not really. Like, no one is that hot to me. So I'm like, do I like judge hotness on a different scale? Like,
I think David's hot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's attractive.
Okay.
You'll see later on in the show. You'll see why I think he's
okay. I guess I think Harry's kind of cute, but that's because
I didn't see that
because he's kind of funny. He was saying, like, funny things, and, like, I was like, okay, he has kind of a personality. I can, like, get on board.
Next, watch episode 2.
No,
that'll all change.
Okay, well,
that's all I gotta say.
You really can't base it on episode 1, I'm learning.
I mean, very true. Because
one may say that this means that you can't judge a book by its cover.
One may say that, yes. And you know what? I feel like this should be a life lesson that I should already know because people may not like me right off the bat, but, like, you know, I'm a slow burn sometimes, and that's okay.
See, I don't think I have that problem. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, everyone loves me right off the bat. I think people really do actually like you right off the bat, Gianni.
I know, I was going to say,
I don't think so.
What?
I don't think so.
Out of us 3.
Yeah.
No.
You're the most likable.
No. I think it would be Gabby because I think that I can come across really shy when people first meet me, so then they think I'm a bitch.
Well, I could say the same thing.
No. Gabby, you're so funny, and you, like, really make people feel at home, like, so fast.
Oh, well, you guys, I mean, thanks, but, I mean, I would say no. I feel like I get shy, too, that I'm, like, people probably think I'm being rude or just think I'm, I don't know, entitled or something, because I'm just, I'm a watcher in the beginning. At least that's how I feel like. I'm definitely a people watcher before I, like, show my true colors.
That's true. I would agree with that. Yeah. But that's kind of like all of us in a way.
I guess so, yeah.
Kind of.
But from one reality TV show to another, I know that last week I was raving about The Bachelor Presents Listen to Your Heart. And guys, right before this recording, I just finished watching this week's episode, which was episode 2. And actually, I shouldn't say that I just got finished watching it because it could not keep my attention. It could not keep my attention. It was so boring. I don't know if I'm going to watch the rest of the 4 episodes.
I don't think I can. Like, I was laughing at this week's episode. Yeah. Like, I'm literally, Jamie is crying, and I'm just laughing on my bed watching. Like, hun.
I don't like her.
No, she's just so naive, and it's like... It just seems very played out. Like, people have said this about The Bachelor. Like, it seems like it's all set up. This seems completely set up. Especially with that, Natasha, is that her name? When she came in, saying she knew the guy. And I'm like, I was like, it's just so perfect that you knew it was Trevor from American Idol. Like.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's because they have, like, a limited episode count. And so, like, now they're just, like, playing into all the stereotypes. Like, they're just trying to create storylines left and right. And it's so obvious. Like, it's just boring. Like, and the budget is so low. Like, we went to Guitar Center. That was our date. Guitar.
Right, I was so confused because, guys, when I tell you I could not pay attention, I was like looking up stories for this podcast today and, like, just doing everything but paying attention. But I, like, looked up at one point and I see Jamie, like, bending down counting money, and I'm like, were they just performing like
Yes.
on the side of the road? Like,
Yes.
what kind of date is that?
Actually, on Venice Beach, to be exact.
That's true.
Oh, I mean,
where they were. But I
where
will
stars
say,
are made.
I hope one couple that I wish, or at least hope, is legit and it works out for them is Bree and Chris.
Chris. Yeah.
I think they're so cute.
Yeah,
Me too.
they're cute.
But again,
But they're
knowing,
boring.
Yes, boring, but they just look so cute.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like when people sing and talk to each other. I was like, what are we doing? I couldn't look at that whole scene.
They were listening to each other's hearts, Megan.
Yeah, it was not for me. And like, no, but halfway Chris started talking. He was just strumming along. I was like,
Because he couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it.
I just
he couldn't do it.
No. There was no Ryan in this episode. No true talent was in this episode.
What do you mean there was no Ryan? Ryan made out with what's her
Rudy.
face, and then Rudy
Which was
popped.
so uncomfortable.
I was so
just felt
uncomfortable.
like that was the
No.
strangest kiss. She like jumped on him. I don't know.
They all jumped
don't
on
know.
him.
It was just very.
It
It
a
was
lot.
uncomfortable and just like,
Yeah.
what is this? Like, you guys are literally just trying to make it to the next week.
Yeah, it's just
Like, you're not. It doesn't seem like you're trying to build, except for a few.
Connections.
But at least I think so. But yeah, you're not trying to build any connections.
But I feel like I said, I'm not really going to watch it anymore. So I won't really have a lot to contribute. If you guys do keep watching it and want to give updates, you can. But yeah,
I'll
won't be
be
getting
honest.
updates from me.
I'm gonna watch.
Oh, you
Okay.
are?
Yeah.
Well, then you can just inform us
Okay.
Yeah,
every week.
I will.
because I might be tapping out.
No, I
I'm
get
just-
it. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would watch if like we weren't like quarantined. That's a lie. I'd probably watch, but because it's only 4 episodes, and like I want to see them actually duet and sing in front of like past like bachelor couples. Like I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm just gonna stick around.
I mean, maybe you can just text me when they're actually performing and then I'll watch that part. But I just don't care to see them in the house with the fake storylines of the drama. Like, I just don't
No,
care.
it's just like it's pointless. It's really pointless.
Yeah.
And that's
And
it.
also, I mean, this is my last comment on it, though. I still need them to explain how this is going to benefit, like, the winner. Is there going to be a dual record deal? Is there going to be money? I need to know. But, you know,
yeah, I mean,
whatever.
you think they would like specify that, but they haven't. So,
Yeah.
I will say one thing though. Just one little thing. This is hard for me to say. Sheridan's okay. I like Sheridan. I misjudged.
Oh, record scratch. What was that?
I just really think Sheridan is just. There's a lot to him that I think he needs to work out because it's just like. I just, like, can't see past his long hair, his hats, his tattoos. I just feel like he hides behind everything. And I really think he's a really sweet guy, but I think, like...
He is.
I just don't know if he, like, has been misjudged in the past or, like, bullied or, like, not been allowed to be who he wants to really be. So now he's just pretending to be something he's not. That's the vibe I get. And that's why I just thought he was so disingenuous in the first episode. And then the second episode, I noticed he was so sweet, but he has so much negative self-talk. Like, every like solo scene of him is like talking about how I can't win this girl over. This guy's hotter than me. I'm not this good. And it just makes me see him as like this person that just like doesn't accept how awesome he is. So that's my truth on Sheridan, and I'm sure it'll change.
Okay. Thanks for sharing on
thank you.
Sheridan.
Wow, what a rant. I'm so sorry.
Well, that was a good, like, you know, TV recap of what we've been watching. But are you guys ready to get into the, like, let's talk about it segment? Because I have a lot to rant and whine about this week.
do it.
I mean, I clearly just went off ranting about Sheridan, so I can truly keep going. Let's do it.
Okay. So if I had to name the title of this segment, I think I would just name it I'm Over It. Because there are, like, a lot of things that I'm over this week, especially, but like there are 3 things that I've really just been like grinding. What's the saying? Grinding my gears?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Whatever. They've really been pissing me off. And the first thing that's like really, really been like making my blood boil is, I don't know if you guys were aware, but the scammers are doing what they do best. They are out, guys. And they are hoodwinking, they're bamboozling, and they are lying to the most vulnerable people during this global pandemic. That's right, guys. I am talking about this like blessing loom circle thingamajig. Have you guys seen it?
Yes, and it drives me up a wall every time I see it. Like, how are you really thinking about it before you do it? You know what I mean? Like,
right. I think the thing that's like most frustrating to me is that okay, well, Megan, I don't know if you've seen it, but basically it's like a Cash App,
let's like
Venmo.
explain this a little bit more.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So it's like a Cash App, Venmo, blessing, circle, loom thing.
Okay.
That's what it's called. And basically people are like posting this diagram, which I can post on our Instagram story for the podcast.
Yes.
So that people can see what the diagram looks like.
And for me.
But yeah. But
specifically
basically,
for Megan.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, like, somebody will post this diagram on their story and they're like, during these uncertain times, I could help you flip $100 and make it $800.
Oh.
Now, these are numbers that I've seen somebody post.
Megan,
okay.
Like that. No,
Right.
No,
But you're like, that's like the reaction and like the demographic that they're trying to attract. Like people that are like, oh, like, you know, I'm a waiter and I haven't been able. No, I'm serious. Like I'm a waiter and I haven't.
do this.
No.
You're the demographic.
But I'm saying like the reaction that you just gave is like what they're looking for.
Yeah.
So like it seems like it's a lot of young people, and right now we know that not just young people, but a lot of people across the country and across the world are out of work right now because they do jobs like in the service industry or the hotel industry or whatever. And
hospitality,
so
all that,
yeah. And so basically they're like, yeah, all you have to do is you pay me $100 to join the circle.
Okay.
And then I make $800 because let's say they get like 8 people to join. So then they make $800. And then the 8 people have to get 8 people themselves so that they themselves can make $800. So it's basically a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, pyramid.
Scheme. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a pyramid scheme, but they changed the diagram so that it looks like a circle. You got to be quicker than that. I'm not that stupid. I still know that you are doing I believe Rylan told me it was called a Ponzi scheme. I believe that's what it is. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's illegal.
It is.
And you're going to jail, okay? If you get caught, you're going to jail. Jail, okay? Stop it. It's illegal.
I know, but like people should know if it looks too good to be true, it's not it. Like, come on.
It's the prime example that she was saying, though. People are so desperate right now.
They're so vulnerable.
Yeah.
They're just scared and worried about bills that they're like, okay, let's do it. But you're not thinking that, all right, I'll get my $800.
Right.
But that last person that joined your circle may only
They're the ones getting screwed over.
Yeah, they may not get anyone to join the circle.
That's so messed
And so
up.
now they're not only not making $800, they're also out of $100.
Right.
So it's just like
I just
the worst of the worst people. Like the people that are promoting this, like please stop promoting it.
Yeah.
You are really targeting people that are in a vulnerable situation financially, and it's not okay. And I've had enough.
I know, but
I've had enough.
they don't care. They're just trying to make a quick cash too. Like it's really sad. Like they have
and
no
I feel
conscience.
like they weren't aware, though. I feel like I know that's dumb to say, maybe, but
you mean like trickling down, like
them themselves just didn't think. Okay, people are adding to my circle, like it's working, it's fine, it's okay, but it's that person you don't know of the friend of the friend of the friend of the friend that may not have all those friends, whether it be on social media or, you know, I don't know, anything, because that's how they were promoting it all.
Right.
It was on social media, that isn't willing to add, or maybe their friends don't have the money to add to that group. So it's like you're not thinking about, I don't know. I just think it's a little naive to be doing
it's
all that.
really selfish because you don't know, like this could be, like you said, that friend of a friend's last $100 because they think, oh, now I'm going to make $800 back. I'm going to, I don't know what the term is, but I'm going to like basically, it's not quadruple. No, I don't know how much you're going to make it back 8 times.
Right.
Yeah.
And no, you're not. Now you're literally have $0 in your bank account. You still have your bills. And you're in an even worse situation economically and financially. And it's, like, not okay.
That's, like, really sad. Because, like, it's just...
It's taking advantage of
people.
people.
It is. At, like, such a hard time right now. And, like, there are people really struggling. And I just don't know how you could live with yourself if you did that. I just really don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But...
I just think at the end of the day, I would summarize it by saying that it's fucked up. it's manipulative,
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately it's a low down dirty shame. You should be embarrassed of yourself if you're doing this. Stop it.
I know, for real.
And that's on period. Okay.
Okay. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. I didn't know this was happening.
Yeah, because you're like luckily not on social media as much.
Yeah, no, I know. I would never get caught up in this, you know?
I saw a lot of people doing it.
Oh, so you guys know, like, people that are doing it?
Oh, I saw a lot of people.
Oh, my
and
God.
I think, and I wonder, though, because it seemed like it was only, like, at least for me, I only saw it was, like, maybe a 2 to 3 day, like, period that I saw it up. So I don't know if people were saying, don't do that. Like, it's a pyramid scheme. Like, all this stuff. And then it was just taken down. Like, I saw a lot of people taking it down.
Oh, well, that's good.
I mean, it was good, I think, you know.
I mean, that's
but then I did still see people that were posting up their Venmos and whatever other, you know, apps
Cash
for that,
App,
Cash App, whatever, that had, like, you know, $600, $700, $800 in it. And it's like, wow, like, I really hope you at least give it back.
But they won't. You know they won't.
You can only hope there is still good in this world and they realized it was wrong and gave it back. Just like all those businesses that are giving the money back now, even though they manipulated the loophole. But, you know, all those little things. You can only hope. Maybe.
I know, but
one can only pray.
I don't know if that's it. You know, like, my sister Jen works at Hallmark, and it's just insane to me. She's still going into Hallmark to do changeovers, like to switch the cards. So now she's putting up summer cards, or I don't know, what's the next holiday, like Mother's Day, and the store is closed, you guys.
Yeah, because I was gonna say the Hallmark around the corner from my house is closed.
Yep, they're still working. They're still going, putting up cards, and Jen's like, this is the dumbest thing. No one is gonna buy these cards. They just want the store to be updated. Why? It makes no sense.
So she's still going into work every day?
Mm-hmm.
And really?
Yep. Doing nothing. I mean,
at least she's getting paid, though, right?
She's getting paid.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why, but it's also just like, it's just insane. Like, but the world works on money, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
That's the sad part.
I do have a couple of others, but give me a second so that I can look them up really quick.
Okay, cool.
Of things that I'm, like, pissed about.
Oh, all right. I mean, I got my own sheet, so let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, so speaking of, like, stories I have to tell, I have another update on Livin' La Vida Noah, and this one's pretty great, I must say. So, today Noah had a happy hour planned with his work, and it was so cute because it was, like, a beach theme, and so he, like, came downstairs all dressed up, like, in this, like, floral top, and he was looking really good, but it was so funny because I was like, where are you going, Bear? Like, we're stuck in the house. He was like, I got to go to a beach party, you know, over Zoom. And I was just giving him, like, such a hard time, like, saying, like, on the Zoom background, he should, like, have the beach up. I'm so sorry if you hear my cat, Corey. Like, it's truly just Livin' La Vida, Noah and Corey over here. They're crazy. So, yeah, it was really funny to see, like, him get so excited for a Zoom happy hour because, like, when I do my Zoom happy hours, I'm literally, like, in, like, the biggest sweatshirt or, like, it's just, like, a hot mess, right? So he was so hyped. But let's jump forward to now, 6:47 p.m. on a Friday, and my poor little Noah Bear is passed out in my office as we are recording right now because he thought it would be a great idea to drink 4 beers and then take 3 shots of Kraken. So, yeah, that's my weekly update for Noah. He's really thriving in this time. Honestly jealous that he had that much fun, and can't wait to see what time he wakes up tonight. I'm guessing we're not going to be cooking dinner after this. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated. That was Livin' La Vida Noah. Love to see it. Love to hear it.
Wow, one can only dream to be living La Vida Noah like Noah. Okay, I found the other topic that I wanted to rant about really quick, if you guys don't mind.
No, bring it up.
Because I know, Gabby, that you may have a topic to rant about. So this will be hopefully not too long. But I just wanted to really quickly talk about fake apologies because I am so over fake apologies. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm a person who I really place a lot of weight on apologies, which that may just be a thing that's, like, the problem with me. I don't know. But when somebody says I'm sorry,
I'm the same way.
Me too.
When somebody says I'm sorry, like, to me that means a lot. Like, I'm not a person to just go around and apologize when I don't actually mean sorry, because I think that that's, like, pointless.
Yeah,
and if you're
like,
not sorry, don't
it.
apologize.
Exactly.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, as I'm sure you guys saw on social media, the news maybe even had it. There were these two teens in Georgia who on TikTok made a very, very, very racist TikTok, and it went viral. And basically people found out who the teens were, and so the girl, I think her name was Stephanie. I don't know her last name. I don't care to know her last name.
She doesn't even deserve the credit. Like, truly. Like, who cares?
But I just wanted to take a moment to, like, read you guys her quote-unquote apology, because to me, I take more offense to the apology. Like, I'm like, you cleared up nothing. Yeah. Your apology is just as bad as the video because it's not an apology. You're clearly not sorry. You accepted none of the blame, no responsibility. So I'm going to read it verbatim, okay?
Okay.
She says... Keep in mind, she also didn't say it. She typed it on an Instagram story, but okay.
An Instagram story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to apologize for the abhorrent video I posted. I know in my heart how wrong it was. My boyfriend is racist, and he slowly normalized his racism on me. Still, I should have never let him. I believe blacks are human too, made in the image of Christ. I have disappointed God, and I want to apologize. Please don't contact my college. It's my future, and one mistake should not ruin a life. Also, please stop with the death threats. Again, I apologize. Now, I'll be the first to say that I do think that it's wrong for people to go and give death threats online. I think that's wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right. What she did was absolutely disgusting and not okay, but it's equally as wrong and disgusting for you to go onto her page to go out of your way to send death threats. For why? For why? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Now, when she said that my boyfriend is racist and he slowly normalized his racism on me, she's taking no accountability.
She's putting the blame on him.
Yep.
Right.
What was the first part she said? Sorry.
I know. Her wording is like she were trying to, in a weird way, trying to act like saying it professionally. Not professionally, but very formally,
and it's apologize.
Ugh.
Yeah. She said, I want to apologize for the abhorrent video I posted. I know in my heart it was wrong.
So then why did you post it?
Yeah.
So, like, that already off the bat says you didn't think this was a joke, or you knew, like, you didn't think this was wrong. That's just...
Yeah. Like, she almost, like, yeah.
So the reason that I feel like she's even apologizing in the first place based off of that statement alone is because they got suspended or expelled from their high school for the comments or for the videos. So they didn't want to then get kicked out of their college because they're 18 and going off to college next year, if the colleges are even open. So she doesn't want that to happen. So she's like, oh, let me release an apology, a public statement, so then my college won't find out. Sweetheart.
She's just saving her ass.
I know,
Sweetheart,
she's doing it to save her ass.
If people in Virginia know about it and you live in Georgia, the chances of your college finding out are pretty darn high. I'm sure they already know.
And it's like, I am a firm believer that, you know, you can't, you're an adult now. You cannot make an awful choice she made and, you know, try to backpedal and be like, oh, I didn't mean it, this and that. No, I'm sorry. You know, a kid hitting their neighbor's car with, you know, their bike or something like that. That's an accident. Something like that. Like, okay, I'm very sorry. I was being reckless. Like, okay, you can learn from that. Don't do something stupid like that again. Or, I don't know, just the things, if you saw the video, the things they put in there, it was just
disgusting.
So disgusting.
It was disgusting.
Disgusting.
No one, I don't have words. I was just so disgusted. Like, there is no apology ever for me. I mean, I would never accept that. And especially you're going on Instagram story and that's your way of an apology. Like, no, that doesn't even seem sincere in itself.
No.
Right. It goes away in 24 hours.
Exactly. Literally. And it's like, and of course, don't tell my college. I'm sorry. Right. Any college should be embarrassed to have you and disgusted. Because
I mean, she should be embarrassed herself of her actions. Like,
she should be.
Oh.
I mean, it's just clear that she never learned how to truly give an apology because that apology screams, I'm just trying to save my ass.
Yeah. No, but it's clear that like the community that she grew up in didn't clearly
has okay.
That it was okay.
Yeah.
Like she didn't learn not to be racist. Like I don't know how else to say it. Like the fact that they watched that video over and over and were like, this is funny. This is gonna get a lot of views. Like that's ridiculous to me.
And they were probably sitting there on the couch with, oh, look at all the views it's got. And it's like, because people are probably most likely calling you a racist. They're probably sharing it because look at this racist person. Look how fucked up this video is.
Right.
Oh, you can't blame your boyfriend for this. No. You were just as a part of it as he was. And, like, the fact that the boyfriend hasn't even said anything really shows, like, who they are.
He doesn't give a shit.
The fact that, like, TikTok would even let that go up. I mean, like, there's just got to be some restrictions. Like, I know that, like, social media, like, is, like, all about being creative. But, like, that's just hate. That's just straight hate. So, like, why was that even allowed? Like, YouTube has so many strict guidelines.
They really do.
TikTok just said, yeah, that's fine. Like, what? That makes no sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I would just summarize it up by saying, Georgia racist girl, your apology is a piece of shit, okay?
Speaking of shit, well, I attempted to potty train the girls this week. I bought a potty and everything, and yesterday I started out the morning with changing the girls' diapers, and we're focusing on poo right now first because they're still really young. I'm not even going to attempt with the pee-pee yet. So
that's too hard.
Yeah, and so I took Ad in, and when I took her in, she's looking at this little potty. It's literally like a miniature toilet, like identical. And she is looking at it, and no joke, starts shaking a little bit. And I'm like, it's okay, like it's fine.
She was that scared?
Oh my god.
Yes. And I took her diaper off, and I was like, let's try going poo-poo. Sat her down. When I say she was shaking.
Oh my god.
And she was just looking at me and just shaking. And I was like, okay. I was like, all done. Now flush.
Oh my god.
Didn't even want to flush. And then I was just, giving her love on the way back. Good job. You did it. And then I took Iz in. Oh my gosh. Like, even more traumatized than Adeline.
What?
I, didn't even, I tried sitting her down, and this child was shaking. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I done? I take her out, we're in the living room, and I'm like, you guys, great job. You guys you tried going poo-poo. A little while later, I'm like, does anyone have to go poo-poo? They looked at me with, just fear on their face. And I'm like, wow, I just fucked up so bad in potty training. I just made them terrified of this little potty.
Have you tried letting them, come into the bathroom when you go to the bathroom so that they see, mommy does this?
I was just about to say that.
So I did ask for people's advice, and that was actually one of them.
Okay.
You guys know how my house is set up. So my bathroom is nowhere near their play area. So I, obviously, when I just go, they're in the play area.
Yeah.
And I just go to the bathroom. They have seen me go in there, but they haven't seen me physically on the potty yet.
Yeah.
So we are going to attempt that. So I will let you guys know how that goes. But so far, potty training is a bust. So...
But it's only been, one time,
I know, but the one time just went so horribly wrong. I'm not kidding you guys. Shaking. I can't. It was bad.
Is there any way they can just, explore the bathroom?
I
don't know.
I'm sure there is, and it's just me doing it. But so, it's just
with the kid I nanny, before we're not potty training at all right now, but he's so hyped to just wash his hands. So he associates the bathroom with fun, bubbles. So maybe just do that and have the toilet off to the side.
You see, and I need to try that because
I don't know.
I will say, Addie, she loves washing her hands.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Izzy, is so scared of putting her hands underneath the faucet, underneath the water. Like, she's sitting there and she's like trying to like pull her hands back. And I'm like, great. This is going to be rough.
I know. Potty training is going to be, I don't know. Like, good luck. That's a crazy thing you have to do.
Thanks, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. But stay tuned. I'll let you guys know how it goes.
No. But, like, here's the thing. It can only go up from here, you know?
And hopefully. You master it. Mm-hmm. And then one day when we find an advice segment or somebody writes us in with some advice for potty training, you can give them all the tips and tricks. But in the meantime, maybe you can give this person some advice for our free advice segment, because I found another piece of advice needed from Reddit. And I think that we all have something to contribute and to maybe help our girl out.
Okay.
So I'm going to read it to you guys now, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Do you guys want to know the title, or should I just read it? Should I just surprise you guys and read it?
Ooh, surprise. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the writer is a 29-year-old female and her husband is a 28-year-old male. Okay. And she starts off by saying, I can't tell if I'm being hormonal and irrational or if he's the asshole. My husband wants to take a weekend kayaking trip with his friends 2 weeks before our baby is due. It's our first baby, so we're very new to this and we don't know what to expect. I'm annoyed he wants to go on this trip because I'm scared I'll go into labor while he's away. He won't have easy access to his phone during this time because he'll be on the river in a kayak all day long, not to mention he'll be a minimum of 4 hours away, but possibly more. In addition to that, the cell service where they will be camping is not certain either. And they usually get very drunk at the campsite during the night, so he wouldn't be able to drive home in the middle of the night if there was an emergency and I was able to get a hold of him. I know it seems irrational, but I'm terrified something will happen to him. What if he gets hurt? What if something bad happens before the baby is born? I'm just so stressed about this. This would be about a month and a half from now, so who knows what the health crisis will look like globally. His friends already are not great about social distancing, and if he did get sick, he obviously would not be allowed in the delivery room or be allowed to meet his child right away. I get that he's antsy and misses his friends and would like to go kayaking again, but I just don't think it's worth the risk of missing the birth of his first child. As a selfish side note, I'm also already huge. I'll be enormous in another month and a half. I'm not looking forward to being entirely by myself for days while I'm that pregnant. There isn't really anyone else that could come stay with me either. I'm scared I'll fall down the stairs or slip in the shower or something stupid like that. Half the time he is so protective and doesn't want me to go in and out of the bathtub by myself, but suddenly he thinks it's fine for me to be completely alone for a few days when I'll be far less physically capable. It just doesn't feel right. Even though he has every right to go, he didn't even ask what I thought first before he confirmed on going on the trip with his friends. And he just acted like I should be fine with it. Now I'm really stressed out about it. So my question is, am I the asshole?
Can I go first?
Yeah, please. Okay. I mean, you have experience.
No, she is not the asshole, because from my experience, I will say I was in a similar situation. Mm-hmm. Ryland and his friends wanted to go on a trip. So my due date for the girls was originally November 9th. Of course, with twins, they don't even let you go past 38 weeks. So it would have been 2 weeks before that. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about going, I think it was just like a golf trip somewhere like middle of September, end of September. And I remember when they were bringing it up, and I think his friends were there. I looked at him and I was just like, no. And it was almost like shock on his face. I'm like, what if I go into labor? I was like, no. And not to mention, it's just funny thinking about it now. It didn't end up happening. I was not okay with it because of all the reasons she's worried about. Granted, she's got even more reasons because of the pandemic and everything right now. Mm-hmm. So I completely understand all that. But I actually started having contractions the time where that mid-September I started having contractions. And that was actually the weekend they were talking about going, that week. So luckily for me, they did stop the contractions and everything, but the girls were born 2 weeks later. Mm-hmm. So it's just no. Like, you really don't know with pregnancies. Like, anything can happen. So for her, she has every right to be the bitch and be like, no, you're not going. And I'm sorry, too. For the moms out there, do we get a vacation before the baby's born? Or do we get one afterward? And I made that very clear. I was like, where's my vacation during this? Am I, after the twins are born, am I able to go be gone for a weekend? And the look on, I mean, it's just the truth. The look on his face was like, oh, shit. Like,
yeah, it, like, makes me wonder, like, do guys even think about this shit? Like, no, you can't go on a vacation. Like, what if I get, like, go into labor? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, that's insane to me.
Yeah,
insane.
So, can I go next?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go.
So I kind of approached this 2 ways. So I like first pointed out where my issues were with the story, and then I went into like what my advice would be for her.
Okay.
So really quickly, I wanted to point out the 3 major issues that I had. And the first was that, like Megan said, like, I just don't think that guys think about things the way that we do as women.
Clearly.
Yeah. But I was like, when I was reading this, I was like, your husband clearly doesn't understand how, like, selfish he's being by not even asking you if it's okay if he goes. You know, like, I just don't think that he thought about the negative implications that it would have not only on her, but, like, on the stress around the end of her pregnancy and the health of their unborn child. Because, like, God forbid he goes out, gets sick. Like, you clearly can't be around the baby. But then also, like, if he goes out, gets sick, comes back home, and the mom is still pregnant, and then the mom gets sick, she could go into labor, they would take the baby from her, and she can't be with the baby until she recovers. So that's just, like, a lot of stress to put your wife under, 1. Yeah. Number 2, I personally felt like his friends weren't mature enough or, like, understood what a big change was about to happen in their lives. Because, like, I understand wanting to be a good friend and taking your friend out for, like, one last hoorah or whatever, but not 4 hours away. Like, I just felt, and during a global pandemic, much less.
And also, like, do that when she's 5 months pregnant. Like, I don't understand why you need to go so close to the deadline or the due date. Excuse me. Oh my God,
deadline.
The deadline. And then my last issue was that I felt like she's being too hard on herself. Yeah. I was like, girl, you have every right to be upset and stressed out. Like, your family life is about to change completely. And I think that all she needs right now is somebody who's going to be, like, mentally, physically, and emotionally supportive for her right now. And that person should be her husband.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So I felt like, girl, don't feel like you're being, like, a bitch or an asshole or anything like that, because, like, you have every right to feel this way. Like, your feelings are justified.
Yeah.
Now, here's where my advice comes in.
Oh.
So I said first and foremost that she needs to vocalize the insane amount of stress and pressure that she's feeling right now. Because I feel like we said, like, guys may not think this way. So her husband's not able to read her mind. Like, she can be walking around with a chip on her shoulder, like, so pissed at him about this trip, and he has no idea that she's even upset about it, you know? So I think that communication is, like, the most important thing to, like, get over conflict in any relationship. Yeah. My second thing is that I think I'm the queen of compromise, and I think that her and her husband should sit down, come up with an alternative activity that he can do with his friends. So hopefully outside will be open in 6 weeks, and they can, like, I don't know, like, grill or do something together. Yeah. But if that's not their drive, and outside isn't open, they could do a Zoom happy hour via Living La Vida Noah and make it themed, beach themed.
Minus the alcohol, please. For her.
The 3 shots in the row, minus that. Watch, that's when she'll go into labor.
Really, though.
And then I said that, so, like, they do something prior, like, something chill and low-key prior, and then, like, a couple of months after she's had the baby, and, like, maybe family can come out and help her out with the baby for a weekend, then he goes on the camping trip with his friends and the kayaking. And then my last piece of advice for her was that she needs to plan something for her with her girlfriends, because she needs a mommy vacation after the baby's born. And that's it from me. Go ahead, Megan.
Wow, okay. I feel like you guys really wrapped it up for me. Yeah, I think, like, the most concerning part of this story for me was the fact that they decided to have a baby together, I'm assuming, right? Like, they're both really excited for this baby.
Yeah.
And he just decided to make this big decision without a care in the world how she was going to feel. Like, I just think that's very selfish to do. Not only because she's a first-time mom, but this is like a very scary experience. No matter what, like, first, second, third, fourth baby, you don't know what pregnancy, like, I'm sorry, I don't know my terms. Labor is going to bring. And it's just like, I just know personally, I would be so offended, but I want her to know, like, she is very valid in the way she is feeling, and to not just brush it off as, like, maybe I'm overreacting, maybe I'm a bitch, maybe it's my pregnancy hormones. Like, no, these are your feelings, and you should express that to your husband or boyfriend. Right. I'm not sure what it is.
Husband, yeah.
Okay, so husband. The whole story is just kind of, like, upsetting to me. Like, also, it's like, I understand, like, you want to, like, have one last hoorah with your your boys, and then your girls, but, like, maybe just, like, go on, like, a baby moon. Like, that, like, I love when people do that. It's so cute.
I wanted to do one so bad, but
really?
I couldn't. We couldn't do it. We talked about it, but my doctor did not want it. She didn't want me traveling more than 45 minutes away from the hospital. So we were, the hospital was in Arlington, so where we were at was literally more than the halfway point. So it's like, okay, I guess we're not going anywhere. Like, but honestly, though, I will say in the husband's defense, just knowing from Ryland's, knowing more now, and, you know, we've been able to talk more about being in that, you know, that situation we were in, and now with the girls being 18 months, it's a lot different for the women and then the men during that pregnancy, like the first pregnancy. Like,
I was about to say, because they're not experiencing it, right?
Exactly. Like, they're excited about the kid, you know, it's not typically babies, but the baby, I'm here, like, talking plural. But the child, children. Yeah, they're excited. But when I became pregnant, I instantly knew, okay, I'm in, like, almost like in mom mode, you know? Yeah. I already had that instinct. For him, it took them being here.
Okay. Right.
I think for him to truly have the 100% feeling of,
this is my new reality.
This is my, it took them being here. So when we were going through all that, it wasn't like it was an argument. It seems like it's a bigger deal for her and her husband. But for me and Ryan, it was definitely more of a conversation, and, like, he understood where I was coming from. But that was, again, we were having twins. So I was high risk. So
but it wasn't like Ryland was just like, hey, Gabby, I'm going. You know, like,
very true.
This husband,
very, very true.
What she has written seems like the husband's like, look, you got to chill out because I'm doing this for me. I need this. And, like, that's completely two different ways to approach something.
No,
And that's just not Ryland, truly.
Yeah.
Such a good dad.
He's an amazing dad. Shouts out, babe. Shouts out.
So, girl, if you found our podcast and you're listening to our advice segment, I would just say the takeaway from this is, no, you're not the asshole.
No.
You guys just need to communicate and compromise and maybe plan something for the future, because now is not the time. But, guys, I think that this is the end of our free advice segment. Oh, yeah. Guys, feel free to email us with your advice if you don't want us just reading Reddit advice. That's it from me.
Oh, I'm going to get my sisters to email in. They got a lot of life problems, you know?
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll submit one anonymously, you know?
Okay.
Thanks, Megan.
I'll just be shocked when you're reading it.
All right, guys. On that note, this is the end of the episode. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. Share our podcast with your closest friends, and also feel free to follow us on social media. You can find me at Gabby Colazzo.
You can find me on Instagram at Life of Deani. That's LIFEOFDEANNI.
And you can most likely find me on the Sippin' Through Life Instagram. But if you want to follow my personal, there's nothing on it. But don't worry, you know, it's coming. It's a slow burn. Like I said, I'm a slow burn. Hey, it's Megan. 3 Y's, 2 S's, no H. And that's it for me, guys.
All right. Till next time, sippers.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Bye, guys.